It's the winter season, which means everybody's looking forward to getting onto the slopes and hopefully with a new set of skis. But with a wider range of skis on sale than ever before, how do you know your reverse camber from your side cut and pick the right pair for you? I've come to the Swiss ski resort of Verbier to meet ski coach Warren Smith. He's going to talk me through ski technology and how you can find the best ski for your style of skiing. So Warren, all three of these skis look very different. Why don't you tell me how they differ and what I can do to choose the right ski for me?
Well, majority of people going skiing on a typical holiday, they're going to go for this type of ski. It's an RTM and Völkl. It's kind of like an all-mountain ski, you know. So it's versatile. It's the type of ski that you can take into moguls, into steeps, into a lot of different terrains, and still into a little bit of powder and a bit of crud. It'll carve on piste. It's got a bit of side cut on it. It's also got a rocker built into it as well, so it's going to help a skier in powder and off-piste terrain.
What is a side cut and what is a rocker?
There's a lot of different terminology to sort of explain a few things about skis, but if you were to pick up a ski like this, it's a typical piste performance ski. It's good for carving. If you look at the tip and tail of the ski, the tail's touching, the tip's touching, and as you can see, there's a gap down the middle of the ski. Now that is a camber, okay? And what skiers have to do, they work the ski, they bend the ski a lot, push it into reverse camber. But a good piste performance ski comes with a camber, gives the ski a lot of life.
So Warren, what would you use a ski like that for, and what's its performance?
Piste performance ski, you know, this ski, the Völkl Race Tiger, it's a classic ski for cruising down hard packed pistes. You know, it's got a grip, it's got a construction built into it that's titanium top sheet. That makes the ski grip harder on icier surfaces. The side cut on the ski, and it's a little bit wider again at the tail. And if you look at a line of the ski, I can point this ski straight at you, and you'll see, if you look along it, that there's like an hourglass shape. So that's the side cut of the ski. It gives the ski its turn radius, and it allows the skier to carve. It allows the skier to roll the skis onto an edge. It's a thing that came about, you know, 10-15 years ago when carving skis were sort of starting to become commercialized on the market, and it got skiers into carving a lot easier than it would do normally.
So this narrow bit here, that's perfect for being on piste, so you can turn quickly?
Absolutely. Yeah, the ski will turn quite well for people. GS skis generally have the weight at the tip and tail, slalom skis in the middle to make them pivot a lot easier. But this ski is strong, it's robust, it'll grip on ice. That's the key for it, and that's why a person would invest the money for that characteristic of skiing on piste. They'd want a ski that performs in that way. And at the other end of the spectrum, you've got not camber, but reverse camber already built into a ski. That's where the rocker has come about now. That's the terminology for it. If I hold the middle of the ski together, you can see that the tip and tail of the ski are actually apart. And that rocker will help people in situations in powder carve a lot better. And also when you take the powder ski back on piste, it makes the powder ski, or freeride ski, much more versatile. It'll carve for somebody because once it rolls onto the edge, it's not just a straight ski. It's got the rocker built into it to help you carve. That ski has less side cut. You know, you can look at the width at the top. The width of the middle of the ski is much wider. I think when you really put these two skis next to each other, you can clearly see the obvious characteristics from one end of the spectrum to the other. You know,
so for this ski, it's very good for turning hard on ice, making quick turns from one to the other, whereas this is for much wider, cruisier turns, is it?
Yeah, I mean, this ski is versatile enough to sort of get into couloirs with and things like that, but it's a big mountain ski. The characteristic of the ski is built for powder snow, you know, crud, off-piste terrain, and it'll work very well. It's got a good width in the foot. That helps the skier float a little bit more through powder, so they're not sinking. A ski like this, you know, a good technical skier will survive in powder with it, but general recreational skiers are going to find it a little bit more difficult. It's a bit more twitchy in powder, and because it's quite narrow at the middle and generally throughout, it will sink.
And for a good medium ski to perform all over the mountain, we're going to be going for something like this, which has kind of got a bit of the elements of both.
Absolutely, yeah. This ski's kind of like an almost exact combination of the two. You know, it's got a bit of side cut. It's got quite a good width at the foot. It's also got the rocker built into it as well, and the ski also has camber. So the rocker in this ski is built at the tip. So the tip is going to allow the skier to get a better entry into the turn, but it's got the camber to allow it to perform well on piste. If it's trying to grip on ice, it needs that built into it.
It's a fantastic all-round ski. To summarise then, this is a great ski for anyone that really wants to spend most of their time in the off-piste and challenging, cruddy terrain, couloirs, lots of powder, that's a great ski to
That's
ski
the
on.
ski to go for.
This is a ski that's great for the person who wants to be performing really well on piste, carving on ice, doing really racy turns and quickly moving from edge to edge.
Yep.
And this is a great ski that has effectively the best of all worlds, and that you can, great for variables.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good in variables. You can ski any type of terrain with this ski. It's an all-rounder. It's the one ski that if somebody wants a little bit of everything, but in one ski, that's where they're going to find it, you know, in an RTM.
Warren, thank you very much. Cheers to the advice, and look forward to seeing you on the piste.
Definitely.